Today we will be modeling and drafting this DoveTail slide. So please take a screenshot of this. I will place this image on my second screen and start to build step by step. Alright, we are using OnShape and we are using the free subscription. So let's go to Create, Document. We're going to call this Exercise 12. Alright, and we are going to start on the front view so we can hide the right view and top view. Left click on both of those, hit Y. We're going to click on our front, and then we're going to click over here and drag this over here. Alright, so our middle mouse button, if we hold it down, that's a pan. If we hit the scroll wheel, that is a zoom. And if we hit the right mouse button, that is rotation. To get us back, we just click right there. Alright, so let's get started. Let's create this general shape of this item. And we will just throw this into OnShape. We will kind of hand draw that with lines and squares, rectangles, and whatever we can use. So let's go with sketch. We're going to create a sketch on the front plane right here. And we're going to let's build a box of the total overall size. So it's a 100 by 52. So we could just go roughly that size. Let's hit D for dimension. And right there we'll hit 52. And here to here, we're going to go 100. Okay. Now we have a cutout down here. Let's go to our rectangle. Let's click there at the origin. And we'll click about right there. Let's do D for dimension. Distance from here to here is 16. And then distance from here to here is 5. Okay. Now we got to do another cutout. Let's go back to our square right here. We're going to go down from this corner all the way over. Hit D for dimension. We're going to click here, click there. And this is 42. And this distance from bottom to here is 16. All right, now we can do some trimming. Let's do trim. We can use M for trim. We're going to trim that, and trim this and trim that. Okay. I broke a few of these dimensions, but we know the dimensions are still good. All right, let's hit L. We're going to take a line from this edge down here. Let's hit M for trim, and then we'll trim this stuff off. Okay, let's hit D for dimension. Let's get a dimension from here to here, and that is 28. And then a dimension from here all the way up there. We want to keep that at 52. Okay, this dimension disappeared, but we'll push it back to 42. And then we can just set that one up too. Okay, skip to get out of that. All right, there's our general shape. Now let's hit finish the sketch. Now we're going to extrude this 52 millimeters. So we're going to go to extrude. We're going to grab our sketch and we're going to type in 52. Green check. Now we got to put a hole in right here. So we're going to go with a sketch on this surface right here. Let's create a square. Let's click on this top to get it flattened. And we will build the square like that. Doesn't have to be dimensionally correct yet, but now we're going to do that. D for dimension. Click here to here. We should get 16. I'm sorry. We should get 14. Here to here, 38. And then here to here, 14. Here to here, 28. This actually should be 38. Okay, now we can finish that sketch. Now we can go extrude, click on that sketch, and we want to go to remove, solid, remove. Okay, and we're removing it from part 1, which is automatically selected. Click OK. Alright, so now we got to build probably seems like the most difficult thing to build, but it's actually not so bad. So let's choose our surface which we want to start the sketch on. So we'll go sketch, click on this guy right here. Let's flatten it. And let's build this lines. So we're going to go line to here, line to here. This is straight across. I want to see that horizontal line. It's great. then click right there, okay? And now what I want to do is I want to hit D for dimension. I'm going to click here, here, and that's 8. Then here to here is 14. Here to here is 8. And here to here is 14. Now, let's create that dimension. That's going to be 8. All right, see how easy that was? So now we're going to remove this. Let's connect to the top so we can create like a solid body coming through there. L for line. We're clicking on that edge, clicking on this edge. We're done with that now. Let's hit sketch, finish the sketch. Now we can see that shape right there. Let's go to extrude. And we're going to grab that shape right there and then see how it's extruding in the, the perfect direction. In the X direction. Let's go to remove and see what this looks like. So that's not what we want. We want it to follow a direction. So that's when we're going to click on this direction right here. And we're going to say, we want to extrude in this direction of this line right here that we created. So that is extruding. And now we have to just pull this through. We could either pull that all the way through, or we can use this thing that says up to a face. And we can choose that face. So if this length ever changes, it knows that this face is the one that it will stop at. And there, we created that. All right, let's hide this, clean it up, make it look pretty. And there we are. That's our 3D model. Let's get started with the drawing now. Go over here to the plus sign, create drawing, ANSI millimeter, okay. And we're going to click on the part and drop in the part. And we're going to create a projected view off of this guy. And then lastly, we will need a isometric view. Move that over a little bit. Move it down. All right, let's hit D for dimension. Let's start dimensioning this guy. And if you want to reposition anything, grab it. And not that one. I want to grab this guy right here and pull him over here. Grab and pull. There we go. We had to get out of the D when we did that. So let's hit D again. Okay, get out of the D. And we can reposition that 5 now. Yeah, I like to keep that within there. And this one, I know it's too small. I don't like that that extra thing right there. All right, I'm gonna leave that as is. Okay, now we get to dimension another D. Okay, I think that's good. So we got 52 tall and 52 wide. Since we got that dimension, we don't need this one. We can delete that. D for dimension. And let's get out of D. Grab that guy, reposition these a few Make them a little cleaner. All right, next is we'll concentrate on this guy. Might as well put our angle on here. And if we don't actually need it because we can get the angle from these two dimensions here. But let's hit D. Let's get this angle right here. Okay, and now we can get this dimension here, dimension here. I can do that one. I want to do this one, yep. And then we got the depth of it, so here to here. Perfect. D to get out of that, then we can reposition this a little better. And that's going to be 2x. We're going to hover, highlight it, Control C, left click out of it, and enter. Get out of there. I'm going to escape to get out of there. Same thing here. Control V now. Okay. Just click outside to get it out of it. Alright, and that concludes our video for the DoveTail slide, 3D model, and 2D drawing. Thanks for watching. Bye.